Hello, and thanks for watching this presentation. Just going to run through a few details about our Youth in Touch Super Series starting on the 14th of November. It's great to get back out on the field after a long time in lockdown, and I'm sure all the kids involved would appreciate it as well. Just a little bit of housekeeping first. If you need to contact us at any time regarding the competition, I'll be your first port of call. My name's Chris Riddell. I'm the competitions coordinator. You can see my email address and phone number on screen. So if you have any issues with the competition, or you're not going to be able to make a round, give me a call or shoot me a text on my mobile. Any other questions as well, feel free to get in touch. Our secondary contact is Dave Dyack, who's our game development manager. He's going to be at the ground most weeks as well, and we'll be able to answer any questions you may have. Obviously, being the first competition back from COVID lockdown, we need to ensure that we're being as safe as we can for the safety of our participants, our employees, staff, referees, everyone in attendance. So we must stress, as always, if you have any symptoms of coronavirus, you must stay home. So that includes fever, runny nose, sore throat, cough, all those symptoms here: chills, shortness of breath, loss of sense or smell of taste. Any symptom at all, please do not come to the venue. Stay home and stay safe. This year we've had to change the way teams and players sign on as a result of the COVID-19 restrictions and guidelines we're putting in place. No longer will teams be asked to sign on at the tournament control desk before playing their game. Instead, we ask that teams go to their designated sign-on point. So for field 1, you can see here in the pink circle, you'll see you can go there to sign on. Same for field 2 out there. There will be little A-frames with sign-on QR codes. We ask that all players and non-players involved in the game sign on before taking to the field. Also, we ask that you obey the entry and exit signage that will be in place. We'll have designated entry points for field 1 and field 2, as well as an exit point for all fields as well. This is an important compliance measure. We'll be ensuring that social distancing is adhered to as well, and we ask for cooperation from all players and participants to ensure that we stick to the COVID-19 guidelines. Some other pointers about COVID-19 that we're going to be taking into account this competition: we'll be playing games with a minimum 15-minute break between. That's to allow enough time for teams to come in, play, and get out. And it gives us enough time to cross over safely. To facilitate this, we ask that teams leave within 10 minutes of their game finishing and stay away from the venue until 10 minutes before their match. So it's also important to note that indoor facilities are likely not to be accessible at this stage, with the obvious exception of toilet facilities. So club rooms and things like that, unlikely that we'll be able to use those at this point. If that changes, we'll update all team contacts. As the regulations are currently written, masks must be worn by everybody unless undertaking physical activity. So that means unless you're actually playing in the match or in the substitutions box, you must wear a mask. This includes the coaches involved in the game. Any person needs to wear a mask. That may change in the future, but for now, it's important that we obey those guidelines. Victoria Police and Park Rangers may patrol the facility at any time, and they may issue fines for non-compliance. So it's important that you do comply to those rules. And obviously, any other rules that are in place as a result of COVID-19 restricted activity directions or return to play guidelines, it's important you adhere to those as well. So as I talked about before, signing in will be via QR code. You'll see little A-frame signage at each field with signs like you see on the screen here. Simply scan that with your phone and you'll be able to sign in online via a Google form. If you can't sign in via the QR code, you can always visit the website listed at the bottom, and that will take you to the Google form as well. This is a legal requirement. We're required to track attendance from everybody, and If you don't sign in, then we won't be able to consider any player for finals. If you have any issues with the QR codes, please come see us at Tournament Control and we'll try and assist where we can. The competition this year, we're expecting to run for 5 weeks, and we're expecting all teams to play every week. So even in the final week, if your team hasn't qualified for finals, we'd still love to see you at the field and make a big effort of the day. Games will generally be between 9 and 1 p.m, with the proviso that we may start a little earlier if we need to, so starting at 8:30. We will not finish past 1 o'clock though. That's set in stone. If your side has a preference for an earlier game or later game, shoot me an email, flip me a text, and I'll take that into account as well. The fee for this competition is $250, which is due by the end of round 2, and those invoices will be out to you very soon. If you haven't received it by the end of this week or by the first round of games, please let me know and I'll get onto it as soon as I can. And it's also important that all players are registered in My Sideline. If you are unsure how to register players or how players register, get in touch with us and we'll help you out. It's a much simpler process now than it has been in the past, as I'm sure all of you who set teams up will know. So we hope that we can make that as seamless as we can. Thank you for that. Just a quick presentation here to welcome you to the competition. If you have any issues, give me a call, flip me a text, and we'll see you down at the field on Saturday.